first time filming on a one-wheel. Oh!
Do they know what it's doing right now?
No, they have no idea yet. My name is Scot Mendenhall. This is my lovely wife, Holly.
Merry Christmas! And I'm Lily. Merry Christmas morning.
We are so excited to have you here, and we promise exciting things today. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're so glad that you're with us on our premiere.
It is going to be awesome. We have some really fun things planned for you today.
You will not be disappointed.
So let's get it started. Come on. I don't know how to stop quite yet on the one wheel. Work in progress. I wonder if I'll ever get it. Lily seems to be doing much better than me. But this idea of wonder is that it is felt on Christmas Day because of the magic of waking up and walking downstairs, or however you do your Christmas Day. It's the wonder of what's been wrapped in those gifts and what's in the boxes and what did they get for me. Am I going to get anything? I love that wonder that creates the anticipation of something. But I do, if I can use the word again, I wonder, is there another place in our lives year-round, can we feel the wonder of what we feel this time of year, 365 days of the year?
I think of something specifically with wonder. I think of living here in Minnesota, like that first snowfall. You know it might come here, might come there, and then when it finally does, you get out of bed. There's that feeling from getting out of your bed to walking over to the window to opening the window. It's like this excitement in your heart. You wonder if it snowed, and then the feeling when it does, it's uncomparable. It's awesome.
It really is, and we're gonna try to continue to give you this story, but we do have to get a Christmas tree. This is the first time filming on a one-wheel. Oh man, I'm glad I got it under control. Lily lost it there. First time filming on a one-wheel, and I'm kind of scared that was gonna happen to me. Woo! She's struggling. We are former boosted board riders riding a one-wheel. Zach, thanks for letting us borrow your one-wheel. If you're brand new around here, we did an unboxing of a one-wheel a little bit ago. Link right above if you want to click off this. But don't click off, don't, stay. The battery must be dying.
Something's wrong with it.
It's dying.
I can feel it.
The battery.
So you know what's happening? I'm like going normal, and look. Can you see my foot? It's just, I can't get it back up. It's sinking down.
It's dragging.
Oh no. This really halts what we're trying to get done.
This does create the wonder. Okay, Lily, we need a Christmas tree.
I've made it this far, and this one wheel is so heavy. I'm going to take a second to Google how heavy this one wheel is, but I have got a little bit of a ways to go.
We came to a decision to part ways here. You might be thinking that this is like staged. No, this is raw. We're telling the best story we can as it happens. We didn't check the batteries on either one of these Onewheels. We just didn't think about it, mine has 45% battery left on it, and hers is dead. The shameful walk back has commenced for her.
So here's the deal. I didn't know this was gonna happen. I didn't know that the one wheel would die and that I'd have to walk it all the way back to the office to get my boosted board that might crash in the ice. But here's the deal. This is why people lose the feeling of wonder. This is why it doesn't become fun anymore. This is why life sometimes gets boring, because bad things happen. People decide that it's no longer fun wondering what adventure we might get into or what fun we might have today because things like this happen, and people just quit. Back to the trek.
I've heard it said that it's 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to the given situation. To be honest with you, sometimes our response robs the wonder in our lives because we get disgruntled. Where did it go? I tell you what, this video is really. Where did it go? Where did it go? There was a Christmas tree stand right here, like 24 hours ago. It's like someone devoured all of them. Like, here's the proof. Like, that's Christmas tree stuff. There was a Christmas tree shop right here. Where did it go? Oh no. I don't know what else to do, but we gotta find a Christmas tree or this is not gonna work. You know, wait for Lily. Good thing she's gonna show up with her car. That was unplanned as well. See what I mean? Like, all of this is happening, and we have this story that we're trying to write in this video. Yet while our story is going like this, there's a whole other one intersecting at different points with us. Which story are you gonna try to tell? The one you're trying to keep constant? Or are you gonna take those turns that you didn't see coming? Or are you gonna make the turn and go, I wonder where this will lead? Lily is driving up. Where are they? That's right.
Where are they? Oh my god.
This is
so bad.
This is turning out to be exactly what we said it was going to be.
Get some ice cream.
I like how you drove here with the helmet.
I know.
The plan is now to get into the white sleigh and track down a tree, right?
I mean, ho ho ho.
Ah, can you believe this? On to finding a tree somewhere. Do you have any idea where that is? We are on the hunt for not the biggest tree, but not the smallest tree. We're not looking for a Charlie Brown tree, right?
Does that mean small?
Yeah, small
No, we're looking for small.
and cheap.
And cheap.
How are you doing? Great. Are all your small trees like dispersed amongst here?
Most of the smaller ones are up in the front there.
So they're spread out.
Basically, all over the small ones. You just have to find this. And it's light. See?
I like how you determine what tree we're getting by if you can lift it. Oh, here you go.
Woo! Here we go.
I think we're good, brother. Let's go. story we were trying to tell was way different than it has come about. You gonna make it there? Did the tree knock the wind out of you?
It's
Were
been
you
a day.
injured?
Yeah, the branch is hit my chin. Like really hard. Okay.
Okay. Like, that's what my point is. We're calling it.
These guys are starting these chainsaws. If Lily was here, she would say, does that make you feel like a man to run that chainsaw?
I don't know. I don't get to use the chainsaw. I'm holding the camera today.
I think they said yes, it does.
I feel like a man, though, holding this camera next to you.
Oh, hello.
Whoa. Starting the template cut of a circle in the ice to do the project. Now we really probably have you wondering, and as Eric is cutting the template, this is where we introduce the Christmas story. This story is so old that I'm guaranteeing you've heard it, but the characters in this is a man named Joseph, a woman named Mary, who is the one that gives birth to Jesus, angels and shepherds. Those are your four main components to this story. This story isn't a made-up story. This isn't a story in a galaxy far, far away. This is the story that, don't you hope is true? Because this is what brings hope to the hopeless. This story brings change to those things in our lives that we just, it creates the wonder. This story brings the wonder to the world.
So let's make the plan. Are you going to be on the inside? And then, Eric, you want to be on the inside also? Want me to? Oh, then I'll do the outside, and then he can come along and you can do. Eric, you can do whichever cut, make it a little deeper.
Here's what happens. Mary, teenage woman, an angel appears to her and says, listen, you're pregnant by God. I know, it's weird. It's like, okay, odd. I mean, what do you think Mary would feel like? Right now, Lily's out shopping for our s'mores and stuff, and I bet you Lily could give us some context of what a young girl that's not married would feel like.
If I was Mary and I was told, Mary, well, first of all, by an angel, nonetheless, someone who I've never seen in my life before, never seen walk the earth before, comes down from the sky and tells me, you're going to be pregnant. It's wild. Like, you're not pregnant by natural causes, like, you know what I mean. Like, you've never done that before in your life, and all of a sudden someone tells you that you're pregnant with the Holy Spirit's baby, with God's child.
What?
I think I would be the same, but I probably would, knowing myself, question, doubt, wonder why. My hopes is that I would get to a spot where Mary eventually got, where she realizes this is real. I know, I believe in God, I know He has a plan for me, and here it is, it's about to unfold. But I think if I were Mary, a whole lot would happen in between when the angel came to me and when I would understand and believe. Knowing myself, I would be in total shock. I would be nervous about what others would think. I would be nervous about telling my family members. I'd be nervous about telling my fiance because, well, it does sound a little crazy, but it also is, if I listen and believe, big things have the potential to take place. We gotta get moving. I got this stuff, gotta get this down to them. I gotta get a Christmas tree down there. Good. Have a good day.
probably wondering at this point, how deep is this ice? How thick is it? We measured the other night and we got 8 inches. It is roughly 8 inches. Different sides of this circle are shallower or thinner, but here is a good shot to give you kind of context of what it is right there. That's the depth of the ice right there. Why we never get to see the wonder in our life, and that's because we're either depending on ourselves, where I work longer hours to get more money. It's all on my abilities. There's no wonder for God to show up or show off, and so that's number one. It's all on you. The second is we don't have the eyes to see how God is showing up and showing off in our lives. And I wonder what it is for all of us, because we're all in one of those categories. We either don't have the eyes to see where he's already showing up and showing off, or it's all on us. And if life is dependent on you, it robs you of the wonder, because God wants to show up and show off in your life. And how do I know this? I think I can give you a real life story to illustrate my point more than what you're already experiencing here. 4 years ago, I had this idea to put pink ice fishing houses out on frozen lakes. And in that, we thought, man, there's people that are freezing all the time out on ice, so what if we provided them a warm shelter? So we got an ice house, we put it on the lake, and then we soon realized that you need more than just an ice house to providing a great experience. We didn't have the equipment to move the ice houses. So we gave the ice fishing house away. We had this great idea, but we didn't have the equipment, and so gave the equipment away that we did have, and we just said, hey, you know what, we need a 4-wheeler, or we need a Raptor, or something to help us move this around. We waited 4 years. It took us 4 years to get a 4-wheeler. It was 4 years of, I wonder how God's gonna show up in this, because we know this is a good idea. We just don't have the resources, nor do we want to allocate money to a 4-wheeler. But when we do have extra funds, then we would maybe purchase a 4-wheeler. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, on one random given day, somebody shows up and offers a 4-wheeler. And in that moment, I said, look, God just showed up and showed off. This is some of the props that we are taking down. John, how heavy is that?
Oh, it's not bad. It's a little heavy, but it's not bad. If I fall backwards, then that.
The real question is all of this stuff gonna make the ice that we just cut free sink? All of this here is going down to the lake. We're hoping we can build all of this stuff back up on the ice to create a magical scene. We have no idea. On a scale of 1 to 10, how heavy is that?
Well, it started out at about a 4, but it's feeling more like a 7 right now.
Okay, as we add stuff to this ice over here, what's the percentage you give it of sinking?
Percentage of sinking, well, I'm putting us above average. I'm giving us like 60% chance of still staying afloat with all this stuff.
Wow, because we just had 5% success.
5%.
Some Christmas tree lights for you.
Okay, we need those, but what do you think of that?
It looks amazing. Do they know what it's doing right now?
No, they have no idea yet.
It's pretty awesome.
We're almost ready for the debut of it.
Oh, cool. Can't wait.
So we just need to get those lights on and a few other things. Can we borrow the trunks from the house? The living room?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Can someone help me get them?
Yeah. Did you get all the s'mores?
Got him.
You good?
Ready to go.
Okay.
This is awesome.
It's coming together.
All right. About these shepherd guys. They're ordinary dudes. They're at work, whichever they're doing. I'm expecting it's low of the low, run-of-the-mill dudes with average jobs, and they're working, and all of a sudden this angel appears to them. And they are told that a baby is going to be born in Bethlehem, and he's going to be the King of Kings, and he's going to save us all. And these shepherd guys are probably freaked out, they're probably in disbelief, but they're probably pretty excited that they were told.
The story that Lily was just sharing about these shepherd boys, they're ordinary people doing an ordinary job, and I'm not trying to speak low of them, but I do want to point out that God oftentimes uses the average and the ordinary people to do great things. And we're all average at something. So you're a prime candidate for God to show up and show off in your life. And here are these guys doing their job, probably not expecting God to show up and show off. And God all of a sudden drops in the middle of their job and says, I got something for you. I'm about to show up and show off. The angel says what Lily said. Hey, there's this child is born in a manger. You need to go see. He's going to change the world. His name is Jesus. He's the Messiah and the Lord. And this is a game changer. This is monumental in the wonder of it all, because if you recognize that oftentimes when we allow wonder into our lives and we give credit that it's God showing up and showing off, it not only gives wonder to us and in our lives, other people are inspired by the wonder of God in our lives. May we move into a direction in our lives where we brag about God showing up and showing off in our lives, that we go, hey, I'm just an average, ordinary person, and God showed up in my life. New development in our cut ice. It is 45 degrees out right now. The ice has melted considerably and it's super heavy. It's like losing its buoyancy. So now we are shoveling off the snow. We don't know if this is hurting or helping us by scraping off the snow. Just for a second. Wonder is not knowing the outcome. But we live in a culture where we want to know the outcome in life. We want to know that, okay, I'm going to get married at this age, and I'm going to have this many kids, and I'm going to make this amount of money, I'm going to get this job promotion, because that's going to make my life great. But that's Western culture Jesus, and Jesus says, hey, listen, I got great things for you. Lily, what is that verse that you like to quote?
The verse I love to quote, Paul wrote it, and in the Bible it says, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind can imagine the plans that God has for those who love him. And that's if we're willing to stay in the wonder. If we're willing to stick through it, knowing that God is in control, we can let go of the control, and then he shows up, he shows off, and it's the plans that he has for us.
And I think as we go into the new year, this is a perfect time for you to surrender control of things in your life. And you know what those things are. It's the things that they make you anxious when you think about them. They worry you. You're filled with fear. Those are the things that you got to let go and say, okay, God, I wonder how you're going to show up in this area. I'm going to work as if it depends on me. I'm going to get the best job I can. I'm going to save my money as if it depends on me. But God, I'm depending on you to show up and show off. A life filled with wonder is a wonderful life. A life without wonder is a life filled with fear, worry, and concerns.
So maybe this is an opportunity for you to say, okay, God, I'll surrender control. Maybe this is the first time you wanted to say, God, I love you enough to surrender control. I want to be in a relationship with you because I know you want to help me. And maybe this Christmas is your year to do that, and may the year ahead be drastically different because you chose to step into what God is saying to you right now.
Thanks for watching. We hope you've enjoyed it, from making the ice spin to one-wheeling with Christmas trees, the whole nine. Thank you so much for making this far. Would you do a couple things for us? Would you subscribe to our channel? We document life as it happens in the tundra of Minnesota. Also,
would you give us a thumbs up?
And would you leave us a comment? We'd love to hear from you.
and share this with everybody. Tell the world about this. It was a fun video. Thank you for everybody that's helped get it to this point. We hope that we've inspired you today to answer this question: what does love require you to do?